Hey, this is Mitch and another edition of Ask Mitch, and we're going to the whiteboard. So I was asked several times over the last couple of weeks this question on weight loss, okay? And people always say things like, you know, I've lost weight and I've gained it back, or I really want to lose, 10 pounds in 10 days, or, weight loss just isn't for me. And they never use the word fat loss, and there's a big difference between weight loss and fat loss. It actually shows that, in all honesty, you kind of know what you're talking about, or you don't know what you're talking about. And this is the difference between the general public and people in the fitness industry. So let me explain to you the difference between the term weight loss and fat loss, because it's such a big one, okay? You've got weight loss, okay? Now, there's three main places that you can lose weight from, okay? You can lose weight from water. This is like a typical, very quick drop in weight loss, okay? I mean, you just dehydrate yourself for a day, wake up the next morning, you're like 5 pounds lighter, okay? You can lose weight from muscle tissue, like actually being what's called in a catabolic state and losing muscle tissue, which is really bad because then you look soft and saggy. That's like, terrible. And then there's losing weight from your fat stores, which is from your body fat, which actually makes you look better, which makes you look leaner and toner as you lose weight from fat stores. So let me ask you something. How many people do you think in America lose weight from water, from dehydration, or, crazy stuff, or from muscle tissue? Probably 95 or 99% of people lose weight from either water or muscle or a combination of both, okay? They don't necessarily lose weight from your fat stores, okay? See, the thing about weight loss versus fat loss is this is exactly how you want to lose your weight. When you're saying you want to lose weight, you're saying you want to look better. You're saying you want to fit nicer in your jeans. You want to fit nicer in your dress. You're saying you want to have a certain look in the mirror, okay? That is basically saying I want to lose fat. You don't want to lose water. You don't want to lose muscle. You don't necessarily care if the scale goes down or not. The scale could say 500 pounds. If you look like Halle Berry, would you really care if the scale says 500 pounds and the next morning you woke up and it said 501.5 and you still look like Halle Berry? Wouldn't make a difference, okay? What you're really saying is I want to lose fat, okay? I want to drop fat. So how do you lose fat, okay? You lose fat in general by being in a caloric deficit, okay? And there's pretty much like 3 choices to choose from, okay? You can drop 500 calories a day from your diet, okay? If you drop 500 calories a day from your diet times 7 in a week, 3,500 calories, you're going to lose 1 pound per week from body fat, okay? Sometimes people find that difficult to do, especially females who are already on a lower caloric level, okay? You can burn 500 calories a day. It's option 2, but unless you, are willing to do about an hour of cardio or more, maybe like an hour and a half of cardio every single day, burning 500 calories a day extra becomes very difficult. Okay, if you're training in our boot camp, you're definitely going to burn 500 to 600 calories a day when you do boot camp. Okay, so here's the best thing. You pretty much want to split it between 250 calories burned extra per day, which is definitely like 20 minutes in our boot camp, and maybe another 30 or 45 minutes on cardio on a day that you're off, which is very doable. And drop 250 calories a day from your diet. So you have these 3 combinations. I think the third one is best. You just lose 250 calories a day from your diet, and you burn 250 calories a day extra from either 30 to 45 minutes of cardio or a combination of boot camp training or resistance type training like we do, okay? And you'll lose about 1 pound a week, okay? Now, when it comes to fat loss, there's about 5 things that people do, okay? And again, most people do it wrong. So let me go over the 3 things in red. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to go over it. If you want to lose fat, some people just do cardio alone. Okay, that's the worst because you're just not going to do as much cardio as you need to do. You're going to get burned out really quick, and that's just not necessarily the best way to do it, okay? Then there's diet alone, okay? You can diet alone and lose 500 calories a day, and you can lose body fat. Problem with that is that you're not going to be dieting forever, and the downside is that you could lose muscle tissue, okay? Prolonged diets longer than like 6 weeks at a time or 8 weeks at a time, you have a high tendency to lose muscle tissue, and you don't want to do that because that's what makes you look lean, tight, firm, and give you the definition that you want on your body. Okay. Then there's diet plus cardio. Okay. Now a lot of people do diet plus cardio, but again, I don't think those three are the ideal because there's also a chance you can lose muscle, which keeps your metabolism high if you don't have resistance training. So I don't like those three. So the two best ways that I think that you can lose fat, and again, not weight loss, fat, is by doing one of two things. The best way is to just diet and do resistance training. Okay, if you're on a slightly restricted diet, okay, and you're resistance training, 3-4 times a week, you're not going to lose any muscle. You're going to keep that lean, toned, tight, firm look, and your diet is also going to help you lose body fat. So with your metabolism high, with your boot camp or weight training or resistance training, and the fact that you're coupling it with a diet, that's going to make you lose fat, retain lean, toned muscle, and you're going to have a really good look. And then the other option is you can do diet plus resistance training, and if you feel like you're in a rut, like you've hit a wall, like a plateau, then you can add cardiovascular exercise if needed. And again, I would just use cardio as a third option, okay? If your diet is right and you're training right, there's absolutely no need for you to do endless amounts of cardio, or any cardio for that matter, as long as you're losing fat. As long as you have the look that you want and you're losing weight from fat, you should be fine with diet and resistance training. And again, if you hit a wall, then you can add some cardiovascular activity in. Interval training, short, intense interval training, 15 to 20 minutes at a time, or 30 to 45 minutes, lower intensity, but you have to go a little longer, 30 to 45 minutes. So that's really the general framework here. And again, just to reiterate, weight loss is not what you're after. I mean, you want to lose 5 pounds, give me a saw. I'll cut your arm off, you can step back on the scale, you'll lose 5 pounds, standing ovation. No, you're still going to look the same. It's not about the weight, okay? It's about the fat loss. And these are the three ways to do it. And I just wanted to clear that up a little bit, and I hope that was a little bit clear. You want to lose your weight from your body fat. You don't want to lose weight from any other ways. And if you're not resistance training, you're going to most inevitably be losing some of that weight from lean muscle, and that's not good. And if you're not resistance training, you could be losing it from water also, of some crazy diet or some detox diet where you're just dehydrating yourself or something like that. So I hope that was clear, the difference between weight loss and fat loss. Weight loss are people who go on the scale obsessively and are OCD, and people who concentrate on fat loss is OMG, and they're going for a certain look. Okay, so you want to be an OCD scale wearer who weighs himself every day. Good luck with that. Your weight's going to fluctuate 4 to 8 pounds every day, depending on the day, depending on your water, depending on everything. You want to concentrate on fat loss, weigh yourself once every 7 to 10 days, give your program a chance to work, and you should lose between 1 pound and 1.5 pounds every 7 to 10 days if you're doing things right, and you're going to have the OMG look. And that's the difference between someone who says, I want to lose weight and I want to have weight loss, and someone who knows what they're talking about and says, I want to have fat loss. Big, big, big difference. Okay? Talk to you next time.